What's up,
What's
people?
up?
What's
What
going
up
on,
with
man? We
y'all?
on.
Parlay with us, man. It's Mr. Bean, Stony Cook, Hustle Stacks, Sean Doe. What up, y'all? Let's parlay with us. Week 5. We're about to bring it to you guys. Hold on one second. Let me drop that intro. And I gotta get my glasses too.
Yeah, God, to make moves. Doobie don't snooze. It's on your back, cause they hate you. Dog break through, son get through.
Nice. I made a quick run to the fridge. Got back in time, just in time, man. That was that was smooth, man. Like just as I said, it was.
Did you get a Stone? You get a concussion like our receivers?
Nah, man. Yo, listen. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be back home, man. Yo,
Don't run too fast.
the last show
Fast and
was
patient.
challenging, man.
Fast and patient receivers don't even go in the same fucking sentence.
Listen, I
Yo.
saw a slow death today. A slow death. I seen a team die slowly today.
Y'all don't want to talk.
That's how I could describe it.
Y'all don't want me to start talking about that right there.
That's
but,
how I
Now,
could
let's
describe
go
this.
in. Let's go in and get it out the way.
Let's go in, man, because that's all I want to get off my chest right now.
Well, you know what? I've been telling you guys this, and I was like, I've been saying it, man. I told you guys already that the end was feeling it. Yo, come on, man. Look at that, how that boy performed today, man. Really though. Look how that dude performed today. That was atrocious, man. Like
it was horrific.
That was, come on, man. It seems like it was a repeat of last week and even
worse.
Worse.
Because we're at home and we didn't
score.
What I mean? At least we scored on the road.
A donut? Come on, man.
Against
but remember what I said last week. The last week game should have been a donut too.
Should have been.
Right?
You know what? I hope they get a donut for the rest of the fucking year. I'm just. Oh, it's a
come
bad
on,
problem.
guys. I've been telling y'all this. Like, I think it's time, right?
It's time.
It's time. And I always try to defend them. Me and Doe talked at the beginning of the season. I was real optimistic about the season. I thought they would get maybe 8-9 wins. This shit is bad. It's to the point where it's hard to watch it. I'm telling you, once a team goes up on them by 10 points, the game is over.
Right.
It's over. It looks like when the team go up by 7 points, it's over for them.
They have the offense is stagnant. It's nothing.
And you know what? The other part about this whole thing that's really kind of like striking for me is, and maybe it's not their fault because they're on the field a lot. The defense is giving up 30s, and I thought the defense was great. I thought the defense was good.
Hey, dope! Shout out to J.C. Jackson. Come back and get his ass fucking torched today. He lucky my man dropped that ball. Alave, that was a touchdown.
Yeah. Yo, listen, it was ugly, man. They took their sweet time today. They took their sweet time.
Who took their sweet time?
Let's call a spade a spade.
They knew they had him. They knew they had him.
They had to quit, bro. I mean, to me, it just looks so ugly, y'all. Like,
they quit.
I don't know.
They quit on Kraft.
I got, you know what? I'm not really
You're not
lost
bringing
for
any
words,
reinforcements, and you're not investing.
I'm lost for words, but I'm not really lost for words because I was telling you guys this last week. I was telling y'all guys the week before. This team's done. Y'all was talking about, we can't talk about tanking and
Nah. Hold on, Mr. Beans. Mr. Beans, that wasn't y'all. That was Mr.
Now it's looking like it's looking like let's keep it rolling and see if we can end up with a top pick, right? And that's what it's looking at now, right?
No,
right?
No. That's where it's going. It's not what it's looking like. That's where it's going.
That's where it's looking
That's
at.
Where it's
right?
going.
That's where it's going.
Last week we was talking about let's see what happened. Last week we was like, oh, let's see what happened. No, we need the pick now. We need the top pick. However they want to spend it, whatever they want to do, they need that top pick. They need that first 1 to 5.
Okay, who's gonna be making it? Okay,
1 to 5, man. They need it.
Here's my question to you guys.
Because who do y'all think?
Who's making it first?
I'm not cutting. I know what you're saying. Hold on, though. Do y'all think before we move over, before we move forward, next week is 1 and 5, right? Next week's 1 and 5, right? Am I right?
Yeah, 100%.
All right, then. So it's time to start thinking about the draft pick.
I don't have confidence in them beating the Raiders.
My thing.
We got somebody on there on the comment. Let me see who this is. I'll put him on there. This is someone new. I never seen him come up on the live before or as a comment. El Polo, maybe Riz. Help me with this, bro. Help me with this.
They're about to lose the next 5 games. Facts, trash dog.
Nah, that's my man Los from Worcester. He lived down here though.
Oh, okay, cool. What's up, Los? What's up, Los? Yeah. What up, Los from Worcester? Yeah, so they're about to lose the next 5 games. That's possible, man. I don't care if they do or don't, bro. I really think I hate to say it, guys, and y'all probably think like, Neil, are you crazy?
Hold on a second, fellas.
Like
hold on.
No, go ahead. You can mute yourself. Y'all probably saying to yourself, yo, why would y'all want to tank? No, the product ain't right now. It don't look good.
They don't.
Who are we?
They don't have to want to do anything. They're not good enough to win. They're not gonna. They're not tanking though. They're not. You don't understand. They're not tanking. They're trying to win, and they can't win. So you get the hardest schedule in the league, right? That's what they're saying,
right?
And then my thing is this. Let's cut. Stacks. Let's go to next April real quick. Let's play this game real quick. Who's gonna be who's gonna be going shopping for the groceries?
But they're already talking.
We passed what we're gonna do this year, right or wrong.
Yes.
If you look at that schedule, they got 1 win now. They might. I say you beat the Giants. You probably beat the Giants.
Okay.
And then
that's
maybe
you can't do this though.
You might beat the Broncos. I'm just saying I could do this because I'm trying to see about the number 1 pick.
Are they going to Denver?
That's about to see.
Can I ask you, T, if you got the schedule in front of you? I mean, Stacks, if you got the schedule in front of you,
it's in front of me.
Are they going to Denver?
Hold on. See Denver. Yep, at Denver. So that could be an L.
That's an L.
That's an L.
That's an
then
L.
You got. Then this one.
Everybody got their fingers. Everybody's licking their fingers like it's finger licking good against the Patriots right now, bro. Everybody.
So there's one more win on there, so that would guarantee us at least a number 1 or 2 pick, depending on what Arizona does.
I'm telling y'all, fellas, it's pick time. It's Mel Kiper Jr. next year. It's Mel Kiper. I'm telling you. It's Mel Kiper next year. And you know what they better do? They better not play the fool. Quarterback.
Oh, they got to go QB.
They got to go QB.
Caleb. And this kid, who's supposed to be the next kid? Some kid out of what? I was watching it on, you guys are good college game.
Washington.
Washington. There's a couple kids.
No. Some kid from University Kentucky.
Yeah, UNC. You got the Drake May kid.
That's UNC or no? Is it University of Kentucky? No, it's UNC.
Kentucky. Nah, it's North
UNC.
Carolina.
Yep, it's North. He's supposed. They say he might. No, listen, I don't know though. Check it out. They saying this kid is top quarterback in the draft next year. That kid right there, what he just talked about. I don't know nothing about him. But they saying, I watched the game this weekend. They saying this kid is supposed to be.
I think he's number 3. I like the dude from Washington.
Yeah,
so,
I agree. The kid from
Washington, either way, you could take
right. So no, but that's what I'm saying. But either or, we got to draft a quarterback. That's it. We got to draft a quarterback, guys. That's what it is, man. Or I think this draft might be good. So it's nothing about trading the pick to go trade for whoever.
Yeah,
that's out of the question.
You can't trade that.
Don't trade that for nobody.
No, you can't trade
you
that.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you know what I heard them spilling out here? Kyler Murray.
No, fuck out of here.
if they get the one.
Oh man, I don't know. That's not gonna solve our issues. I just don't
no. Listen to what I'm saying. If Arizona get the one and Caleb's one, they take him. Murray's out the door.
I don't see how they could do that when they just gave him all that money.
I don't know. Though.
Yeah,
I don't know. Or trade the pick to the Patriots, who's probably going to be at what 5, or so they could get an offensive guard or some shit. I don't know.
The Patriots will be top 3. It won't be.
That's what I'm saying. They'll be somewhere there. They'll be somewhere there. So to me, I don't know what's going to happen in those right. Those right, who's draft? If they know they're gonna be that bad, those stacks. Listen, if they're gonna know they're gonna be that bad,
you can't name me a team that's playing.
Who's drafting the groceries next year? That's what Doe's asking, and I think that's a legitimate question.
You can't name me a team.
But that's what I'm saying, though. You could have.
Lost you. What you said, though? Go ahead. We lost you. A little broke up for a second.
No, probably. Giants?
The Giants, you said?
Giants?
I think you're kind of breaking up. We're getting you, but it keeps giving me the last part of your sentence. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. That's going to be interesting. I think this coming season, as far as for the Patriots, I think they're going to have to figure out what they're going to do as far as coaching is concerned. If they end up with that pick, that's a big concern. What are they going to do with who's picking that pick? Are they going to go one more go around with Bill, and hopefully he picked the right quarterback?
Yeah, I mean, I think
he got to go.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I think if they get the top 3 pick, which that's what they're gonna get.
Do you think? Okay, you think they'll be done with Bill then?
Nah, they ain't gonna get rid of Bill. Much as he might need to go, I just don't see them removing him. I just don't see it.
Stacks, I don't understand it. Then I'm confused. Seriously, I'm confused on where they're gonna go. Because if you're saying we're gonna end up with the 3, and Doe is saying who's gonna pick the groceries if we get 3, because we're gonna have 3, and we're gonna have a bunch of other little picks. A whole bunch of other little added things that we can do, 2nd round, 3rd round, unless we didn't give away. We gave away some 6 and stuff like that a couple weeks ago to make these moves for, who we gave the 6th pick for JC Jackson. We gave up a 6. We gave up some stuff within the off season and stuff like that, but they were more those 4th, 5th, and 6th rounders or somewhere in there. So I'm not really concerned about those rounds, but between round 1 and 3 or 1 and 4, I'm concerned. And if we end up with a top 3 in the 1st round, top 3, and with everybody else, bro, we gotta. I'm with Doe. Somebody else gotta make these picks.
You can't. He can't make the picks. I don't know who's going or who's. I don't. Like Stack said, I don't know. He might stay. I think if he stays, it needs to be a culture change. He's stuck in his ways. This is not the way the NFL works now. You got to have an offense. You can't. How you struggle on offense and get a defensive back, trade for a defensive back? That's washed, in my opinion. That's cash. I said it the other day.
But they know. But you know why they?
You guys watch NFL.
But you know the reason why he did. No, they're desperate. They don't have nothing to back up the situation. What's going on at corner?
That's the roster construction. That's what I was telling y'all a couple of weeks ago.
I know, but I think injuries played I think injuries played a big deal.
Yeah, I would concur with Beans. I think injuries kind of decimated that defense.
Right.
I think
but you have to have. No, I'm not saying it didn't. I'm not even talking about the defense. I'm talking about the team in general. You gotta have a deeper roster than they. You guys know they haven't had the deep. You know they haven't had good drafts.
Next man up.
I don't have to come on this show and tell you that the roster is inept. It ain't about losing Gonzalez and Judon. I know that that's terrible. And if we had a deep roster, maybe we could still be competitive. Maybe not win a Super Bowl, but bro, you can't have Ty Montgomery coming off the bench in 2023 as your number 2 receiver.
I agree.
I'm sorry, bro. You can't have that. And you can't trade for J.C. Jackson, who's cashed. Can't have that.
I get the J.C.
Recycling players like that. That's
you
horrible.
can't. I don't get it.
How does that look? Like recycling players. Like
he's not good.
You know, there's no type of new energy, no type of new.
Nothing.
It's like the same old just Patriots way. You know, and I'm telling you, we're very fortunate to have Brady. I'm telling you right now, Brady saved a lot of shit, man.
Yes, he did.
He saved a lot of shit.
But that goes.
It's time to change over there. It's time to change, and I'm glad this happened today. It's like, you know,
I'm glad too.
You know, it's one of those things that I hate to see my team play the way they played today, but it needs to happen because it's letting people it's letting people know that we need changes. We need changes. Right. We need to change the philosophy. We need to change the whole everything. We got to change everything, man.
You have to change the management, man. You have to have someone come in there, a fresh voice.
Culture.
You
change
can't
the
have
culture.
a guy coming in. He's stuck in his ways. It's like the Demario Douglas when he fumbled, right? You can't do that to a kid when your team is not. You can't just bench him. You don't have.
Exactly. Let him play through it. Let him play through it. Exactly, Sean.
Let him learn.
Because it's a new day and age right now. For one, and two, you can't. He's in his stubborn ways. Like everything he does is like, yo, it's time's up for that. Like you
didn't want him to play Lawrence guy.
Let him play it through. Let him play through it. You're messing with the kid's confidence and everything, and the whole mental aspect. That's huge, man. And I agree.
He's benching Mac. Whether Mac's good or not, you bench him. What's going on, Bill? What are you doing, bro? Are you gonna?
He's looking for a spark. You know what it is because he thought. Remember when it happened with when Zappy came in last year? It was a spark, and Zappy looked like he can be a spark. And he was trying to replicate that again, thinking that Zappy could come in, even though in garbage time, instead of throwing up the 0, they think that
I would have brought Will Greer in. You signed another quarterback.
Yes,
you know the Zappy story too.
See what's going on with him.
Might as well go see what Will Greer. If you're gonna play
and the kid, they put the camera on the kid Will Greer during that time when they
I seen that. I mean,
and they yanked Mac and put in Zappy, and they threw the camera on that kid that you're talking about, and it's like maybe why would they throw the camera on him? Maybe he should have been out there.
Because Beans, what they're saying
the spark. That's the spark they probably looking for.
But this is what I'm saying. Whether we make the playoffs, don't make what I'm trying to tell you is this: Bill is so stuck in his ways.
So stuck in his ways, man.
It's just not. It's like, has the kid been on the team long enough? He got to wear number 85 when he's a rookie in practice. Like all these things that are like, they don't play no one in preseason for what? Like you ain't that. It's just a lot of things he does, things that are subtle. Like listen, real quick, guys, and I'll pass off.
Mm-hmm. He
ain't an all pro. He ain't this. He ain't. But Lawrence Guy, right? One of your anchors on the line. You nickel and dime him for a contract. I'm not saying he's a big difference maker, but he's been there. You don't think that goes through the locker room? You don't think they see that? You got Jack Jones. You don't want to draft Pickens because of character. I heard that's what I heard. But you draft Jack Jones, who had character issues. Like I don't get it. Like you draft character guys on defense, non-character guy, but you don't do it on offense. Like right. I just don't. He's not consistent enough for me to be the coach he is. And
I think another problem is he wants too much control. That's another problem with him.
That's it right there.
Yo, last year was a prime example. Last year, that whole debacle they had with the coaches and assistant coach, not naming anybody a designated position and all that, that was a bad look. That was a bad look. You didn't name no coordinators, nothing. You had a defensive coordinator calling plays. That was horrible. Yep. Bill, he wants too much control. Too much control. You need to bring in young minds.
That's his thing.
New programs, because the league's changed. The league ain't what it was when you guys were winning. It changed. It's evolving, and we got to. We have to work. We got to grow with that. You know what I'm saying? And we got to transition.
I know it had to sting today. I know it had to sting today when the crowd was booing.
They've been booing though.
They've been booing for a while.
But I'm saying the boos look like
they were more like
the boos was disgusted. It was harsh. Yeah. The boos sound like the days. Remember when New Orleans team? Y'all know this is how long we've been watching football. Remember when New Orleans used to wear the bags? Remember they used to wear the bag over their head. That's how bad they were. That's how bad they were. That's how bad they used to come to the games and throw the bag on the head.
Crook, know what I noticed today? And I know you've been to games. I've been to games. No matter what, no one usually leaves early like that.
Right.
You looked at the quarter, they were gone.
They were gone. They were gone.
It was a slow death today. It was slow. It was a slow death. And let me tell you something. There was not one point in that game that I felt like we got something here. We could do something here. It was nothing from the snap, from the kickoff. It was nothing going on. Nothing going on. And New Orleans knew it. They knew it. They said, we got these boys.
I called it. That kid's not ready for this. People say it's 3 offensive coordinator thing and all this crap, yo.
They might have messed with his mind with that. Yo, last year was horrible. Last year was horrible, man. Let me tell you.
I ain't no big Mac Jones fan, but his rookie year was decent enough for it to look optimistic.
To invest in him, right?
I agree.
Get him weapons, man.
Bill set this kid up, man. This kid's been set up. There's no way he should have did that kid like that last year. No way.
I agree with Stacks though.
No way.
It's time Bill to go.
So you think Bill did this because he don't want him? Listen. You think this record is actually manipulated due to what's coming up in the future, as far as the draft?
No.
That whole season last
record
year
is just
totally Bill Belichick's fault. 100% Bill Belichick's fault. The whole season. There's no chemistry there. There's nothing. We don't have a cornerstone player. We don't have an identity. We don't have somebody who's leading the team. We don't have anything. We don't have a culture. We don't got nothing, man. It's just we out there just doing what we want. I'm telling you, man, last year was a bad look, man. Now you bring an offensive coordinator this year. What are you telling us? What happened? What was last year? Like you acting like last year was just, let's just play around and experiment.
And he looked and build.
Every year you gotta build.
And he looks like he looked like he's not up to not coaching up to par.
Yeah, and
your offensive coordinator.
You got your most productive player leave and sign someone that has a bad will. What are we talking about here, bro? Like, what are you really talking about? You take away someone you drafted. You guys can't draft wide receivers. You finally pick a free agent, develop him, and let him go. He's even saying, like, he's doing the whole Butler thing. Like, I don't know what I did wrong. I don't know why he let me go. I don't know. You don't even know why they let him go. You give someone the exact same money that has a bad will.
Yeah,
that's crazy, bro. if you keep Bill here, you're not going nowhere.
We're not going nowhere. And another thing, to me, one of the biggest head scratches for me is when they signed Malcolm Butler.
Right.
I know that's old, but I was like, what?
Yeah, like, but you know why they signed him though? No, they signed him because they that was on some like I thought it was bad blood there. Shit. Some hush money here, go ahead. Because you know he wrote a book, but he didn't put what happened in the book. So here's a quick mail. We don't want to know what happened. Because you know what? I feel as though, like you said, Crook, you made the greatest point of the show so far. This gentleman's ego is so out of control. And so it's about me that you let the greatest quarterback to ever play this, probably the greatest football player to ever play the game, walk early because you wanted to show people you could win without him. This is not about Bill Belichick. It's about the Patriot. It's about the fans. It's not about him, bro. And if they let him stay around to get
one more year,
go ahead. If they let him do that, I hope they get I hope they win 2 games next year. And that's real talk. And I never would say that about a team that I was telling my brother earlier, when I was 7 years old, I used to wonder if they were going to be on TV. Remember they used to buy the tickets, Sullivan Tire, so they could lift the blackout? You all remember that?
Yeah. Yeah, because
when we had Tony Collins and Stanley Morgan, I know I'm dating myself with my age, but I used to be 7 years old over by the TV. Like, are they going to play today? 1-12, 1-13.
Yeah, I remember
this
that.
This is the first time today I ever rooted against my team.
Dude,
I'm putting this on tape.
Yeah, they were done.
They just not running it right, and it's showing more and more. I'm telling you, more and more. Remember, Brady won one when he left.
Yeah.
So right now, that discussion is you could put that to bed.
Yeah.
It was more Brady than Belichick. It was more Brady than Belichick.
Not only did Brady win when he left, every year he was competitive with the team. He was
every year.
So
every year he was still, even if he didn't win, it was still a competitive team with Tom out there.
I was saying they should have kept him one more year.
I just want something competitive. Now, I knew when Tom.
We don't got to win every.
Listen out there, people that's watching this show. I'm not that fan that's going to destroy this team because we don't have a motherfucking 30-year run. All right, a 30-year run. So I knew this slide was coming.
Yeah,
I knew it was coming. There's no way.
Doubt.
There's no way you could run have a run for
this
20
long.
more years. No way.
There's no way. There had to be a down.
Put something competitive out there.
But you know why I disagree, though? Know why I disagree? No, I disagree with that because you have the resources. You might not win 6 Super Bowls and go to every AFC Championship game, but not to be down like this. Not to be the worst scoring team in the league when your franchise is worth $6.7 billion, bro. We're not the Jacksonville and these teams that got to scramble.
Yep.
I agree with you, Stacks. I'm not saying we got to go back and win. You shouldn't be you should be at least 500 up every year.
Yeah.
With our resources.
And have you,
in my opinion,
you can see a team building on something. That's another thing. Like, even if we reset, at least you can see, all right, we got this player, we got another cornerstone player to build on. Like, at least you can see us building towards something. That's what the Steelers do. The Steelers, they're always around because they always get like a cornerstone type of player. Like in their case, they got TJ Watt. They always got somebody that's like a leader, you know.
Yep.
Baltimore, another team that they always get cornerstone players. They always stay competitive. They draft well. Yeah, that's what we lack. We lack that, and I don't expect us to win all like every year. No doubt. But I like to see us build something, like build towards a new foundation, a new system, a new culture.
And we're not doing that right now. We're not doing
that. We're just showing the lack of talent in coaches.
Reaching every draft, Bill reaches
all that stuff
this year. Bill has reached in every draft until this year. He's getting players that, you know, when we picked Cole Strange, the LA Rams was laughing at us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Doug is okay, but he went to a division, a girls' school? No disrespect to my ladies out there.
I think they got lucky with Doug. I think Doug is solid.
That was good. That was good. That was good. He scouted him good.
But the question is, was he gonna go that high though? Can we have?
Yeah, you don't have to later. That's what I'm saying to you. It's not.
That's the question. Could we got him
later? Go that high. We know he wasn't gonna go that high.
I get what y'all saying, which is a legit point. But all I'm saying is he's. Doug is solid. All I'm saying is he got lucky with that.
But I'm saying you could have got him in the 3rd or 4th round. You picked Tyquan Thornton in the 2nd round.
You could have, but
in the 1st round.
Same thing. That's what Bill does. That's why.
But this is what we're talking about. We saying we need a different philosophy. That's all I'm saying.
Yo,
that's why we don't have a depth in our team, because we if you look at all of our drafts, we miss more than we hit. And if you miss more than you hit on your drafts, you will not be a good team.
Yep.
Even if you spend money.
Yep.
And that's a fact. I'm not telling y'all some shit y'all don't know.
Nope, that's facts.
And Bill is part of the reason. You know they made that guy, what's his name, Al Grove's son, come out and do a press conference saying he's the one that makes the picks. They don't usually do that because people were mad about Bill. No, it wasn't
that
him
was
that
this. That was
Bill
for last year.
Picks.
But that was for last year, right?
This year too.
I'm talking about when he drafted, when he picked. Yeah.
Do you want to get? I don't even want to get to that.
That was this year. That was this year. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. They brought in Al Grove Jr. for that to say that now they got somebody else picking the.
Yeah, but he was never making the pick
or the scout or something like that.
Nick Caserio.
Assuming some kind of assistant GM mode or some kind of like.
Right. It's back to what Crooks said. Crooks made a great point. I'm telling you, I'm running with that point. Bill doesn't. He wants all this power, bro. Okay, you listen to Nick Caserio. He's on Houston. They lost today, but they were in the game. They have a identity, bro.
Yep.
Caserio picked that. He's the one. He wanted to run the Patriots, but nope. Let Bill run the Patriots.
Yeah. That and that's the problem. Bill needs to let the other young minds, innovative minds, come in and create a new system. What Bill needs to do, Bill needs to oversee everything, but he has to understand he's at a point in his career where he needs to let the other people do their job. Defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator,
right?
The GM. And you just play your position. You lead everything, but you can't be involved in everything and discourage people from doing certain things, making certain decisions.
Think he can do that.
You gotta let everybody gotta be loose, man. You can't run that ship like that, like you was doing back then. He had the players back then to do that, and back then it was that time to do it.
Right.
Because we was trying to come up, so we had to be tight. But now we're successful, so we need to be loose right now and just keep this thing going. But I think he's just running it too tight, too strict, you know.
I think it's time to blow it up and draft something nice. Get a new.
Jonathan need to make that move.
Blow it up
and to come in. Like, look, we're about to.
I hate to say it. A lot of people's gonna watch. A lot of people's gonna watch this after the fact. I know we have people coming in and out of the live. Once again, thank you guys. I'm gonna have to throw the disclaimer out there. I forgot that we keep forgetting to throw this. We gotta do this every now and then. Thanks, guys. Like and subscribe. YouTube, hit the thumbs up button. Facebook, all that. Instagram. Watch us on Instagram, shorts and stuff like that. We'll be having some shorts on Instagram soon. Like us on Facebook. Like us on YouTube.
I got the Cowboys tonight.
Throw your comments out there, guys, on this situation. Yeah, we've been on
tonight.
Half of this live right now has been on our team that we're doing so bad, but we're gonna move on in a second to give y'all the week 5 recap on what happened this week in the NFL. And whatever, we'll end it off with any kind of agendas that anybody have on their mind, things they want to get off their chest. But right now, obviously, the elephant in the room is the New England Patriots is in trouble. I said it last week, and I'm gonna continue to say it. I think it's time to start thinking about a nice high draft pick to change some of the outlook on this team as far as that quarterback. We're losing next week. That's what I'm saying.
We're not going to Vegas.
They losing for the next 5 weeks.
We're done, man. They got the Bills to get beat up on. The Bills took a L today. The Bills took an L today, so you know they hungry back. They want to get that machine going again.
Bills
Listen,
they saving their energy. Bills.
Listen, I'm trying to tell you
regular
guys.
Season boring to them.
Listen,
I can't believe David Carr looked like Tom Brady out there today.
Listen,
That's
I'm gonna
crazy.
tell y'all.
Busy.
Listen, I'm telling y'all this right now, man. Just look to the. Let's just hopefully we could just watch some talent progress on the team while they keep losing, and we can build off of that. Whatever talent that will be saved, coaching staff needs to be changed, and a draft needs to come through sweet. I say if we end up with the 3, somehow we convince whoever has 1 to trade and do whatever we need to do to get that kid out of USC.
We're not getting him.
I'm just saying.
We're not going to get him.
But I'm just saying. If we're the third, listen what Stacks just said. If we end up with 3, it's time to move and shake. If we end up with 3, we have to make a deal. This is that TV show, Let's Make a Deal. That has to come out. If we end up with number 3, listen to what I'm saying, Stoney. If we end up with number 3, if I'm the GM, it's let's make a deal because I want that kid.
I don't think he's a.
I don't like to put too much.
You don't get one, you ain't getting.
Yo, listen, high draft quarterbacks.
It all depends on that draft is funny. It
is funny.
A team could get a number 1 pick. Let's just say Houston gets the number 1 pick again. They might. I'm not saying they can't.
Nah,
so
they ain't gonna.
Nah.
But I'm just saying hypothetically they can.
Okay.
I mean, they ain't like they going to the playoffs. No way.
No, but they
and you got you got a team like Tennessee. If they get the number 1 pick.
Yeah,
Tennessee can get now. Tennessee gets the number 1 pick. They ain't picking no quarterback. They got 3.
Why not?
Because they got 3 of them over there.
Yeah,
they got 3 of them.
Nah, but this dude.
This dude's different, though. T. This is supposed to be the
Nah,
T.
I don't like
you
to
No. Time out, guys. Isn't this kid supposed to be a once in a lifetime situation?
No.
Yes, that's what they're saying, though.
No, he's not.
I agree. I agree with Stoney because of his size.
He's not. His size, he's not. You know who's gonna be that next guy? I'm gonna tell you right now. The Manning that's coming up, the next Manning. He's gonna be that guy.
That's 2-3 seasons from now.
That's gonna be the next generation of quarterback.
Listen, we're
Manning,
not
the dude Manning out of Texas.
He's gonna be good. He's gonna be good. But we gotta
look at dude.
Bro, that's
from
crazy.
Carolina.
That's how.
What happened with Carolina? What's the dude from Carolina? Young, Bryce Young. What's he doing? I mean, he's a rookie, man. I can't get on rookies like that.
He actually didn't play that bad today, though. He played better than Mac Jones.
But that's a bad comparison.
Joe Burrow to me was that generational. Joe Burrow was the one. Joe Burrow was that guy.
Listen, like we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. But I think Caleb, you never know if the kid looked dynamic. What about Deion Sundin? What about Deion Sundin?
He ain't coming out.
I like him.
What about Deion Sundin?
I think he could.
What
about
Deion Sundin? What about
that? Coming out that guy? Yeah,
he's too small too, though.
He's too small too, though. There you go.
But he got an arm, though, and he could throw.
There you go.
Yeah, Caleb Williams got an arm too. He's tough.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. Riz,
I watched him last night.
I went and labeled that. That's what I'm saying, though. I went and labeled that.
Okay, Stoney. Okay, Stoney.
Label him as
Let me ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you a GM question.
Do 6'1", man. Like,
okay, I'm gonna ask you a GM question. I understand that. Okay, but Kyler Murray's 6'1".
Kyler Murray ain't no damn 6'1". Kyler Murray is not 6'1".
That's what they say he is.
I don't give a damn what they say. That kid is not 6'1".
Nah,
he's 5'10" at best.
Then, but they list him as 6'1".
That's a lie. There's no way you can Google that.
No, hell no.
Just Google that. There's no way they got that kid labeled as 6'1". No way.
I'll tell you right now.
But he's a starting quarterback. Half the time he don't look bad.
He's 5'10".
I doubt so. He looked smaller than that on TV.
And it's about to be a wrap for him. They gave him that bag though. He got the bag early, but
listen to what I'm saying. So I'm
asking
Stoney, so we can move on. If you got that 3, what are you doing with it? You're the GM.
There's 3 other quarterbacks you can take. I mean,
but I'm saying, but good. You just said that. I don't care who you take. You could decide on who you take. What are you doing with the 3 though?
You gotta draft a quarterback.
You gotta draft a quarterback.
All right, that's what I want to hear.
Yo, Deion's son is 6'2". He's taller than Caleb.
Okay, good. That's what I said. I would say that's why I said Deion's son too. I didn't say Caleb.
But he's not coming out.
Not coming out now. I think he's gonna play the 4 years.
Yeah, he's not coming out.
Damn,
he's playing the 4 years.
What if they
end up with money?
What if they end up with a good record? What if they have in the BCS, man?
Nah, because it's a different culture in Colorado, man. We don't need to be.
He said the BCS,
not the BCS. Not the BCS.
Yo, listen.
The
listen, when your dad got the bag, your dad got the bag already. You don't need to leave early.
Said the BCS.
Yo, Sean, what is it again?
He said the player, the BCS.
Oh no, it's a wrap for that.
The Tostitos Bowl.
The Tostitos Bowl.
I think that's the Chick-fil-A joint now, or the Taco Bell joint. He said the BCS. That's real though. That's some real shit. That's when you know we real fans out here, man. Subscribe to Parlay with us. We give you some BCS talk.
Listen, yo, you know who I would draft at number 3? That dude, Travis Hunter name. If Travis Hunter came out, I would take him.
If he comes out, and I don't disagree with that, Stoney. If he comes out,
Stoney, that's a good. That's
yo, and with
that's
the
different for you, man. That's different
listen,
for you.
With the court, I'd rather get a quarterback that's been in the league, that's coming up. He's a free agent, and just build off of that. I don't like too much rookies, man.
I knew you was gonna say that, though.
Bro, you know what though? We got so many holes to fill. You might have to trade that.
Look at Detroit, man. Sean, look at Detroit's a perfect example. When I'm telling you, man, they went and picked up Golf, a guy that's been in the league. They playing good ball.
But LA threw him away. I
know, but Detroit built off him. Detroit built off him.
They
built off him. Scouts.
LA said this kid's trash. Take him somebody.
They traded him for Matt Stafford, right? But they saw the potential. They 4-1 right now.
Get thrown away. He made too much money too. His contract was kind of crazy. They kind of dumped his contract.
LA threw that away, man.
They threw him away, man.
I love that
they
pick for
gave
Detroit.
Golf some more. I think they could have won games with Golf. I really do.
Exactly.
They could, yeah. They gave up on him, but you know what?
His contract was crazy.
The coach resurrected his career, though. Remember, Golf wasn't doing nothing until Sean, whatever the young kid that
Sean McVay.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
He helped him.
Golf playing the BCS.
Tony, so we're gonna move on, right? And because we're 40 minutes in, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. No, time out.
I gotta watch that. I got
listen,
some money on that game.
Real quick, Stoney. I don't think there's no one.
I don't really on that game.
I don't think there's no one in the BCS. No, sir. I don't think there's no one in the NFL right now that you're saying free agent that strikes me as someone to pick up.
Not at that quarterback position.
Not right now. Not right now.
But I'm saying for next season, even for next season, who?
You know who's gonna be out there? And I don't like him too much, but he might have to change location. Kirk Cousins, man. That's interesting. He might have to change locations, and maybe he can make a nice little.
Why it's interesting?
He could be a bridge to that next guy.
You know why
I like that dude.
I wouldn't mind Kirk Cousins because Kirk Cousins like to get rid of the rock.
But you got to think now. Kirk been playing over there with some talented receivers too. So you can't put Kurt over here with this bullshit. I tell you that right now.
No, we gotta be. Listen, if I was just hire me as a GM, right, I'm going to work early.
You're right.
And often.
You're right. So, who want to break down this week, man? I'm gonna leave it up to one of you guys to go through the roster of this week's game and break down some of y'all marquee highlights, some of the things that we talked about last week, the picks that we talked. If y'all go through them, I remember obviously I think who did I pick? I think we picked somebody to beat Denver. Who was that?
Jets.
I didn't touch that.
Yeah, we said the Jets. We said the Jets.
We had
the Jets beating Denver. So go down. You could go. you could go down the road and go through the scores and
my game lost.
This week.
I had the Cardinals. They threw up on themselves.
Okay.
They lost. They was winning. They lost. They threw up on themselves.
And let me
Go
get
ahead.
this out the way real quick though, Mr. Beans.
Mm-hmm.
Our guy Gardner Minshew came in and won again today.
Yeah.
I saw that. Minshew. And y'all don't want him to play for New England Patriots. Y'all had to be ashamed of yourselves. New England fans, y'all wouldn't take Gardner Minshew. Y'all must be mad.
Gardner would tell you, even though the coach won today, but they got to teach that kid. He can't be running like he's going to be another Cam Newton, man. He going to get hurt.
Who the kid, Richardson, huh? Yeah, he got hurt again today.
Richardson got to be easy. Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Richardson got to be cool, man. He's a good quarterback, man. He got the potential, but they got to protect him.
Yeah, they got to protect him.
And the coach should learn from what happened with Andrew Luck. That was part of his retirement. They didn't take care of him. They didn't draft offensive linemen. That's the biggest mistake the Colts did, man. They had a generational, once in a generation quarterback.
And I agree. Tony, I agree with you 100%.
Oh,
they
didn't take care.
Luck was going to be real good.
Yeah, listen, they didn't take care of Luck correctly.
Hustle. Yeah, they should have did everything on the offensive line. I don't care if you would have paid him free agent. I would have built a dream team on the offensive line. Having that type of quarterback, I would have built the dream team. That's what they did.
Y'all beat them
up.
They
failed on that. Man.
So I'm gonna run through the scores for y'all real quick, and we could talk in between that, and y'all tell me what y'all think about some of these games if you guys was able to catch any highlights or even watch them. Obviously, we watched today's game. It's an embarrassment for our team. 34-zip. I don't want to talk no more about it. We spent 42 minutes on the New England Patriots today.
Rightfully so.
With to discuss that we feel about the team. And I'm sure a lot of fans feel the same way. But the next game was they played early this morning in the UK. I think it was Wembley. I don't know what stadium. Do you know what stadium they played in, though?
Wembley.
Tottenham Stadium?
Yeah,
they played in Tottenham Stadium.
Wembley's like popular. That's like
I was gonna say Wembley too, but I think
you know about Wembley, right? Man. You know about Wembley.
Yeah, of course.
He knows about Wembley, but I know the last
heaven, bro.
I know the last game was in Tottenham.
I had Jacksonville. I was in heaven this morning, bro.
Yeah, that was a good pick, man. Let me tell you.
So they played in Taunton this morning. Man, one of these days, man, we got to go to the UK and watch one of these games.
Yeah, we definitely got to go.
I agree with that.
Let's take the show on the road.
Take the show on the road.
Take the show on the road and go.
Yo, look, this is the panel right here. I hope you guys.
I would love to do that. Now, that's something I always wanted to do.
This is the Poly with Us panel.
You know what I mean? We'll pick Doe's favorite team over there and we'll go check them out. I mean,
right?
You like who? You like Brighton?
Yeah.
I used to watch Man City. I used to watch a lot of Man City when they was bad. I was watching Man City.
Okay.
Yeah, when they was bad.
And there was some good matches today, bro. We got to get up on that too. I got some parlays here. I got you. But anyway, they're in international break right now.
Yep. Okay. So that was a little international break. We're gonna be jumping on our soccer soon, guys. So the Jaguars, they took care of the Bills. I don't know what happened in that game, but it was a good game. Okay.
A little sloppy at times, but it was a good game.
Okay. I'm surprised that Jacksonville was able to squeak. I thought the Bills was gonna run. We said that last week that was a Bills game. But it seems like Jacksonville took care of business. We did just talk about the Colts taking care of the Titans 23-16. With Gardner Minshew saving the day again, I think. And this kid named Moss. What's his name?
Zach Moss.
Zach Moss. Zach Moss had 100.
My fantasy levels, man.
He had 160 something yards or 70 something yards rushing, a couple TDs or something like that. Zach Moss looked pretty good.
So all my fantasy guys who put him on the bench today because Zach Taylor came back, man. I feel your pain.
I feel bad for them, man. Sorry.
I did. I was one. I
apologize too.
I was one of them. I just thought Zach Taylor would have got a little bit of half of his carries, but it messed me up. Hey, yo, Mr. Beans. Now, shout out to your man Peyton Pritchard's killing right now. I just wanted to put that in.
Yeah, he signed. He signed.
Who signed who? Pritchard?
Yeah,
Pritchard. They
extended
him.
They did?
Yeah, they extended him. I love it.
The Celtics extended him.
Yeah, I like that.
Decent little contract.
But let me tell you, you know what he's gonna have to work on? He's gonna have to work on his defense because we're gonna need him to be chasing all these little fast guards.
He don't need no defense right now. That bishop got about 30.
Yeah.
So that's what you
I like that though. I like
you like pitching.
You
like Peyton pitching.
I like Pritchard.
You like him, Stacks?
I like Peyton off the bench. I do like Peyton off the bench at that second PG.
Okay, all right. I'll hold y'all to that. We'll see.
So quick,
I'll hold y'all to that. That's cool. I'm not a fan, but
I called him out one time at the game, and his pops was behind me, sitting behind me. It was crazy.
Get out of here! Get out. Yeah. I would love to have been there. That's the type of shit I like. I love that.
But his father kept it funky though. He's, it is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it is. This is competition. Something's going on in Baltimore. But it is a divisional. It's a divisional game. Steelers end up taking it.
They dropped the ball.
So and I saw the little highlights at the end of the couple of plays in that game, especially towards the end. Where TJ Watt's just going off like a maniac and strip sacking and all kind of crap going on. So yeah, so Steelers took care of the Ravens. I don't know what's going on with the Ravens. Their record
will be all right, man. That loss right there is not really a bad loss because you guys know them division games is always
that's just how it is. It's always 1-1.
They're always like that, bro. I mean, I don't like how the way they drop the ball, like Crook said, but it happens with those games. Are so I wasn't surprised they lost. To be real, I'm like, okay,
yeah,
they'll be all right.
They'll be all right. They'll be there at the end.
Yeah, they'll be there at the end.
We won't.
No, we won't. Shit. We won't.
So I was getting a little bit of back and forth on this game. The Texans looked pretty good in this game, and then for some reason, the Falcons came alive and they made some good plays in this game. The kid Ritter looked pretty good towards the end of the game. He made some spectacular plays and some just, I would say maybe Aaron Rodgers type, shit, flicking the ball and all kind of stupid shit. Like, yeah, they did what they had to do to come back and win this game against the Texans, but the Texans was in control for a while.
Like I've been telling y'all, they just a well-coached team, man.
Yeah, they were in control of that game for a minute.
They also had a great draft.
Good
yes,
draft.
They did.
Yeah.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
They draft well.
Yeah, they do.
They draft well, man.
Where'd that guy come from? Where'd that GM come from? For the Texans.
That's Nick Caserio, right?
Oh,
yeah, Nick Caserio in Houston.
Oh,
I knew you was going. I knew where you was going with that.
Nick Caserio.
John, I knew
Houston. You knew what I was doing, right? You see where I was going with that.
I see where you was going with that.
So why did he leave? He left Cleveland because everything got a shelf life, man.
Yeah,
like Belichick. You see that show Office Space, that movie, when they put the dude in the basement, his desk, they kept moving him. That's what Belichick did to Homeboy. They kept moving his desk like
yeah.
That's what he did to Brady's trainer too.
And that's what he did. And that's what he did to Brady's trainer, whatever that dude's name was.
Listen,
they said they moved his office to Norwood. They was like, yo, you gotta go
Bill's
to Norwood.
out of there. This is his last year, man. I'm telling you right now.
So the Lions,
Jonathan need to get some nuts too. He need to get some nuts.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Stoney. Hey, how we get back on them suckers? Go ahead, Mr. B.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. Let's go on. My bad, man. You're right.
We already know what that got to happen with them dudes. We already know.
You know how it is, man.
Guys, y'all know what we I'm gonna speak into the camera. We already thank you, Stacks. We already know what gotta happen with them dudes, y'all. Like
that's
we
right,
know.
Stacks, man.
Go ahead.
The Lions look good against the Panthers today, 42-24. You guys are right. The Lions, and you did say you was taking them on your Survivor. The Lions are looking, the Lions look good, man. I'm
telling you, low key, I wouldn't want to play them in the playoffs out of the NFC. I'm telling you right now.
They're gonna make moves. the Lions are gonna make moves. Let me tell you, they're gonna do some dirt, man. Let me tell you, they know what it is.
And there you go, though. Another well-coached team.
Another well-coached team, man. Hell yeah, they're gonna do some work, man. They picking up right where they left off, man. And they know they're a good team. They got a great team, man. They're young. It's just a nice mix. I like to see teams like that. As a fan, I like to watch teams like that, operate and do their thing and continue to just stay young, athletic.
Yeah.
Yo, they built great. They built that team great, man. So, shout out to them, man.
Yo, man, it's shout out to them. I mean, they, like you said, they built 15 years worth of losing. You should be good out of one of them.
Yeah,
so They had a lot of draft picks.
Yeah, but you gotta, you still got Stacks. You still gotta draft well. It doesn't matter how bad you are. If you don't draft well, then you're just gonna keep being bad. You have to draft. You're gonna keep being bad, right? You gotta draft. If you don't do nothing with those picks and those drafts, man, then you know what it is, bro. Yeah, but I feel you, Stacks. I feel you.
You definitely got to draft well, but it does take a coach to put those draft picks in the right situation.
True.
Right.
System. Identity.
Yeah, there you go. System.
Trust.
Yes.
Something that Bill doesn't have. Trust.
You gotta have trust, and you gotta let those new minds, those young minds, come in with new strategies, a new culture. You got to keep up with the times. What you was doing throughout the early 2000s, you can't implement that now, because the league has changed. You got quarterbacks that's scrambling. Yep. Quarterbacks that could get 10 yards real quick if you play too far off the line. Down. So it's a different league right now, and you got to adjust to it. You got to get more athletic defensively. You got to get more athletic offensively. You got to have those young minds. Let those young minds operate. You got to just let it go. Just let it go. It comes a time where you just got to oversee everything. If you see things getting out of hand, you put your hands in and all that. But for the most part, let everybody play their part, And hey, man, listen, man, it's a lot of great young teams out there right now that I like.
That's in general, man. With the new, forget the Patriots. Just in general, the way these, every sport, baseball. All these sports are getting more athletic, man. Like, you can't have that plodding station to station, 3 yards in a cloud of dust type offenses and even defenses. Like, you gotta, and I'm not on the Patriots. I'm saying in general. If I want
in general, I agree with you in general.
If I want to build a team nowadays, I want to have speed on each position, and I want to have speed on each position, and also still keep a traditional way of doing things, but mix it in with what we're doing now. You know what I mean? Yep. It just seems like a lot of these people. Look at Alabama. Same situation with them. They're so behind. They're coming back to the pack now because everybody could just go where they want to go. You don't have to stay where you want to stay. You don't have to go. Now you could go any. Look at you got. Air Force got a good squad in college football now. Speed. It's just the way the game's going, like you said, Stoney, man. Like, you need speed in this game.
You always need like that cornerstone. You always need that guy, like somebody that's like we building off of. You know what I mean? Like, I know all these teams got a cornerstone player. Need that cornerstone player. You need that what is it? What they call it? You need that identity. What's the identity of your team? Like, what's the identity of our team? We don't have an identity. When they brought, man, listen, man, we passed that. I was about to go back, but we just need,
Mr. B,
how it is, man.
As soon as you leave, you come back and we on the Pats again.
I don't know, man. No, listen, my fault, man. What happened was
who's in the race for the BCS?
My fault, guys. My computer, like, how these apples, right?
Who's in the top 3 for the BCS, Mr. Beans?
Oh, the PCS again, man. You would listen. I would never forget that I mentioned the BCS again, and that was done 10 years ago. But that's all right. What happened was my computer was disconnected, and I was using the regular battery that whole time. Didn't even pay attention, so I just plugged it up. Yeah, it wasn't charging. I thought it was, but I wasn't paying attention. These things get knocked off so quick with these Apple chargers. So yeah, my fault, guys. Did y'all continue on with the
Nah, you was on the Titans and the Colts.
Okay, all right. So okay, y'all want me to finish up?
Yeah.
Okay, Titans and the Colts. Let me see. Was it Titans and the Colts we was on?
No, actually, it was the Steelers and the Ravens. My fault.
Yeah, we went Steelers and Ravens. We went Falcons. We took care of that. We took care of the Lions, Giants, Dolphins. The Dolphins took care of business 31-16. I did not pay attention to that game. Did y'all see anything of it? Was it another one of the Dolphins?
That was typical Tyreek Hill.
Yeah. They was dominating.
Okay, cool.
Where do you get? I wish we could get players like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. It's just crazy.
Hey, can we not just no more Pats, man?
yeah, that's it. It's a wrap.
Once again drafting. Let's keep it moving because I know this game is on. You guys want to watch this game?
Yes.
Bengals. My Bengals guys. I don't know if that was a salvage or not. 34-20 against the Cardinals. Yes, say the Cardinals are horrible, but the Bengals could probably be horrible too. But it looked like they played a good game today.
Yeah, they didn't look bad today. They didn't look bad.
Yeah, today. I didn't really watch any of the highlights to see how they really looked today. But they 2-2. So
yeah, Joe Burrow 36.
No, they're 2-3 now.
2-3. Okay, so they still got one more game before they get to 500.
Yeah.
Eagles.
Joe looked like Joe 36 for 46, 317, 3 touchdowns. That's a good day.
Good. Nice stats. Nice stats. Stacks. Thanks for giving me that.
But boy, hey, fantasy lovers, whoever had Jamar Chase, 15 catches, 192 and 3 touchdowns, monster.
Nice.
Got busy.
Love that.
Sounds like about 40 points.
Yes, Stacks. Remember,
about 50 points.
You think so?
Yeah.
Stacks, how many touchdowns?
3 touchdowns, 192.
Yeah, that's 50. You're right.
Who's that?
Chase
today?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, Stacks. Keep giving those fantasy numbers. I mean, people love those fantasy. When we talk fantasy football, they love that stuff too, guys. I'm not in fantasy, so you guys are in fantasy. I'm sure you are, Stoney. Though I'm not sure. I don't know if you are, but if you guys in fantasy, talk about y'all fantasy. Give the fans the fantasy weekly fantasy number, things like that. They love that stuff. I'm not in it. I don't, I haven't got into fantasy in the past couple, but give those fantasy numbers. Tell people about y'all fantasy, who y'all have on y'all fantasy, how they did this week, especially if players that we're talking about as far as games that we mentioned. If you have players on those fantasies or didn't play them or benched them, please let the fans know, let the people in YouTube know. They enjoy the fantasy talk too. I was watching a little bit when I came home. I watched a lot of that. Both games, the Cincinnati game and the Eagles game. Not the Cincinnati, the Chiefs game and the Eagles game. The Eagle game was little interested. Cooper Kupp return. He had over 100 and something. He looked pretty good in the return. I don't know what he ended up with. I don't know if he had any TDs, but they said Cooper Kupp looked good. But then they got this kid, this Hawaiian kid, Samoan. I don't know what he is.
They got the Hawaiian kid, Puka Nacua, and then the African kid, Tutu Atwell.
Yep, Tutu Atwell. Yep. So they got some. That kid looks like he wants to just play ball on that receiver there. He just look electric. Why can't we draft like that once again? Take that, guys. Look at that kid. Why can't we get something like that? Where was he drafted?
I think one of them went undrafted. I think one of them did.
It doesn't make sense to me. It don't make sense.
Man, it's
because you got to be slow or related to one of your former coaches.
I don't know, man. That's craziness. The Jets took care of the Broncos. We thought the Broncos, I think I did. Me and Stacks
Broncos in trouble.
We did say the Jets might look good this week, and the Jets did.
Yeah, we picked the Jets. Shout out, hey.
He's a great coach.
Oh my gosh.
They're gonna have to get rid of
every week.
Nah. We can't blame it on Russ. We can't blame that on Russ. Played good again today. Russell Wilson has not been the problem this year. He has not been the problem.
Good to say that. Do you have any stats on Russell Wilson this week, guys?
Hold on, I got Russ's stats right here.
Go ahead, give it to me.
I know Breece Hall, 22 carries, 177 and 1 touchdown. Woo, that's heavy right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I know Russ wasn't the problem today, but he hasn't been the problem the past couple games.
The problem is
he's just not. I don't know, man. I don't think he's demanding that leadership. He needs to be like that vocal, just that guy.
You know what it is though? It's retreads. We don't need retreads no more in anything. Without getting too much into any political and bullshit, we don't need old heads running shit no more, bro. You need young blood out here, bro. Let's keep it 100.
Yeah.
If you have a corporation, if you have a team or whatever you running, you don't need no old people that used to make you do suicides before practice even started, bro. We ain't doing all that. We ain't running football teams like the military. We ain't doing all that, bro.
But what you got to do if you can still have them old guys coach, but they have to bring in better. They got to get better personnel to help them coach.
You're totally
up to speed.
But why even do that though? Stacks, why even do that? Why are we doing that though? Why can't we run these things? They had their time. It's the younger generation's time. You got all these coaches, Zach Taylor, McVay, the kid from Arizona. Even though they're not winning, he's a young cat. The kid from Philly. I mean, this is where it's going, man. Like there's too many handshakes. When you old like that, there's too many handshakes and backroom deals, man. You have to earn it now, bro.
You need that.
Russ looked good today. Stacks is totally right. Russ looked good. 20 for 31, 196 yards, a 64.5 completion percentage. 2 TDs, no interceptions. He looked pretty good. And for the right now, for the year, Russell Wilson's stats look not that bad. Russell Wilson is 1,014 yards, 9 TDs, 2 interceptions, a QBR of 51.9%.
Nah, Russ ain't the problem this year.
Russ is not the problem. Russ is not the problem. So I was just giving y'all a little bit of the Denver because we want to make sure who we're blaming, and it looks like Sean. It might be coaching, right? So Sean.
No, I don't think it's coaching. I just don't. I don't feel like they.
Tony? What is it then?
I don't think they believe in Russ. That's what I'm telling you. I mean,
he's not the problem, though, Stoney. This year.
No, he is the problem. I don't mean he's the problem stat wise.
The problem, Stoney.
He's a problem culture-wise, leadership-wise, because he has his own agenda, and it's been known, it's been documented.
Hold on.
This thing is more off the field than on the field.
Supposedly, your boy Sean Payton said that he was going to nip that shit in the bud when he got this job.
Right. So maybe they're still working on it. Maybe they're still working on it.
No, you can't still work. If you're the head coach, that shit gets nipped immediately.
Right.
Immediately.
But who knows what he's still doing now?
This is the way it's going to go, and that's
Stoney. This is where I think is going on in Denver. I think his
agenda been off the field more than
I understand what you're saying. He has an off the field social life, social media, the whole thing, the wife, and all of that, right? But Stacks is right in a way though, Stoney. Because reason why I'm gonna say that is he's playing ball. You don't hear anything else. Still, he's playing.
They lose because that defense is fucking horrible.
The defense is look at the points. It's the defense is look at the defense. Let them put up 31 on them today.
Oh right? no! Let's mention that 70-point game. That was Russ' fault too.
Yeah. So come on, I see what Stacks. I'm not jumping on the Russell Wilson band, but yeah, coaching. When you hear numbers, think about this though, and not to get back at it, Stoney. If that was your boy with those numbers, you would say it's not my man's fault.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I would say it's not Mac Jones' fault. You're right. I would say that.
You would say that, Stoney. If those numbers that I just told you right there was on your boy's head and we was doing what we're doing right now, you would say, oh, no, hold up. My boy's doing okay. Look at his numbers. It has to be something else. So now it's Russ's turn we can't say it has to be something else. Because if Russ had 5 intos or 6 interceptions to 3 TDs or 4 TDs for the season and only has 6, 7, 800 yards, Russ is the problem. But when you see numbers like what he put in today, with that 64 point something percent per completion rate, Russ is not really the problem. If his completions percentage is underneath 50, 60%, under 60% or 55%, then Russ is the problem. But Russ is completing most of his passes. That's what that number is telling you. So yeah, it could be coaching a little bit. And I don't want to go orange to apples, but our guy looks horrible. He's throwing across the body. He's throwing to ghosts. He's throwing to the other team. He's throwing to. All right. So yeah, I'd rather have Russell Wilson right now on this team with all his little antics and his social media stuff, with the skill that he has compared to this kid. I'm sorry, this kid's trash. And I'll say it. I told you guys that last week. It's time.
Did Bill say he's going to run him out there to start the game next week yet?
Nope.
Did he announce that yet?
No. And he's going to do it again. You know what? He's going to do it again so he can embarrass him some more.
Know what Bill said today?
Yep. What you thought he was going to say? Did anybody think? I was watching the end of the game, right? I was on my way home, actually. I was driving, and I was listening to the end of the game, and they couldn't wait for the press conference. And one of those guys on 98.5 says, oh, we can't wait to hear what Bill has to say at the end of this one. We can't see. I wonder if Matt is going to talk, or is it going to be Zappy like they threw Zappy out there last week to talk when the game ended. And then now you're telling me, and I didn't even come in the house to go put on the 5th quarter to see what Bill had to say. But I knew, because everybody's like, I wonder what he's going to say. I wonder if he's going to change his tone. I wonder if he's going to. No.
Like Stoney and Doe said, he's stuck in his ways. He ain't going to change.
I never thought he should say anything in the past, but at this point, he got to say something, bro. I'm sorry.
Got to say something. That's what they basically was saying today.
In the past, I wouldn't even have cared, and I wouldn't even expected it. But now, bro, you got to explain yourself.
Right. Today they were saying, I wonder what Bill's going to say today for a reason. They said it because it was time to explain.
Yeah, it's time to explain yourself, bro. You ain't exempt, bro. You ain't exempt from that, bro. Like,
so now you got prominent sports
greatest coach of all time. I don't care if you the greatest.
But, whatever. Think about it. You got to give people respect, right? You got prominent anchors and reporters in your locker room from these reputable media companies that want to address the situation, and you still playing mumbles 2 times. But Bill mumbles Belichick. You still playing Bill mumbles Belichick, the Don of all Don. You asked the Don a question. That's what you want to keep doing. They was putting up with that when you was the Don. When the Don was feeding the family. You know, when the Don feeds the family and everybody in the village is happy. So that everybody don't mind the Don talking like because everybody was full. But now they starving, and Don can't tell the masses or tell the family why we ain't getting fed. You can't say they want to know why.
Nah, he can't do that no more.
Can't do that no more.
Not for me. I'm a fan.
It's time to move on. So yeah,
I'm a paying fan.
All right, so the Chiefs took care of the Vikings. We talked about the Vikings, and we talked about a little bit of Kirk Cousins, and that game looked pretty good. I still think the Chiefs is teetering on something's not, like they look vulnerable in certain ways, but then Patrick Mahomes comes out and saves the day all the time for them. He's the savior. Kelsey's looked like he's a little banged up in the situation, but Patrick Mahomes is doing what we say Brady did in all his young years and his, let's say when he started getting to the cusp of his, like, when not cusp, but when he started, how you want to say, ascending, when Brady was like the young champion, right? And he became the mature champion. and he was winning he was creating. Remember when Brady was creating? That's what Patrick Mahomes is doing right now in Kansas City. He's creating. Him and what's the coach? Andy Reid. They're creating new players, names that you never heard of, putting guys in situations to win. Why? They have a dynamic quarterback who could get the ball out. So I wasn't, that's why you can never be, even though they look like they're missing something, KC, because they're not as explosive as they used to be. And yeah, people say they lost the cheetah and all that, but they won last year, right? So that means nothing. But something's not really something's not quite right, but they still waiting on the talent of Pat Mahomes. So yeah, that was that. The Commanders game, guys. We ended the game that Thursday night with saying that the Commanders would take care of the lowly Bears, but it seems that what's this kid's name? Justin Fields, that's his name?
Yeah.
Justin Fields woke up. The Bear roared. He roared and scored 40 points. Yeah, 40 points. Yep. So yeah, maybe that's him hearing the footsteps of him being a bust, and it's time to wake up. So that's probably what that is. I hope Mac Jones have the same kind of epiphany, but no, he's not, because he said Alabama Mac will be back, baby.
he said that?
What? Man, go check this shit, man.
Is Alabama in the BCS this year?
Yeah. They had a good win this past weekend. That was a good win. Texas A&M on the road.
Yeah, Sean, you gonna get me with that BCS though. I ain't gonna forget that. No, but no, seriously though, like Alabama Mac, like, come on.
Yo,
we waiting.
I think Mac's gonna be in the tennis tour. He gonna go to the ATP. He played tennis, right?
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he can still play tennis. He could go.
I thought he was one of them. I thought he was one of them baseball dudes that got drafted by somebody and just decided to play football instead.
I think
I don't know. I'm just saying, most of the quarterbacks, that's what they do. They baseball players, and they run to play football because they got an arm. But enough of that, man. We ran through this week. It was a exciting week in football. Some teams, kind of showed a little bit of some teams woke up. I would say that would be Cincinnati, that would be the Jaguars, that would be the Colts. Those are the teams that look shining this week. Obviously we got a game tonight, 49ers Cowboys. I'm sure that game started already.
7-0.
7-0 San Fran. Thank you, Stoney, with the
told you, Stoney, my Niners, man. Hey, quick. Growing up when we was in elementary school, me and Stoney used to be the biggest 49ers fan.
That's the agenda free. Yeah,
very right.
Because I was about to tell y'all we moving over to the agenda free, get it off your chest. But I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. Stacks is totally right. Stacks, when we were young, when I lived there on Seaver Street, and I think I was somewhat of a Bills fan, I think, and you was a stark 49ers fan. I remember those days of Ronnie Lott, and that was your man. Ronnie Lott and them, Jerry Rice and them dudes, Montana. Those was boss teams, man. Yes, that was you guys' team. I remember that. You guys was big on the 49ers. I always hated the Cowboys. That was that, man. I would think back then I was a Washington fan, and I became a 49er fan too, just based on Stacks. I became a 49er fan after I seen the dynamics of Jerry Rice and Joe Montana. But yeah. I remember them teams, man. Those were the days, man. Those were some good playoffs too, man. All those playoffs was nice, was sweet back then, man. I remember them days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the 49ers back in the days, man, with the shiny ass starter jacket. I loved it.
Yeah.
Love that gold. And did you have the gold one, T, or did you have the red
I had
one?
to go. I had to go.
You
with
had
the
the
red
gold
top.
with the red. I knew it, yo. I ain't forget that shit, man. That was sweet. You know, I think I forgot what like I said, I used to be into the skins, and then when I popped onto the 49ers, but you know, I remember when we watched the Cowboys win back-to-back Super Bowls. That was crazy too. Back in the Emmett days and stuff like that. So, yo, any agendas you got on y'all chest that y'all want to get off or talk about on this Sunday, man? It seems like y'all. I know you guys are not too. I would say it's not such of a festive Sunday due to, you know, our team is looking like shit. But you know, what do y'all got on y'all chest y'all want to get off? We'll deal with the Patriots going forward, man. This is something that we're gonna have to deal with during this year. We're gonna just tough it out and see what happens. We know what we got to do. I know what we got to do. The optimism is gone. I don't think there's no righting the ship right now. I think the ship needs to be changed, and we're gonna move on from there. We evaluate this week for week, guys. This is a week for week evaluation of the New England Patriots. In the next couple of weeks, we'll be happy because we'll be talking about the Boston Celtics stack. I love that jacket, and they had to go with it. Nice. You see, I got my hat out here. I'm already ready. You know what I mean? You see this? I put this out here because it's like I'm ready already. Like, you know, this, you know, the New England thing. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. But what y'all got for the agenda before we jump off?
Any updates on that story, Stoney, from the Tupac joint?
Nah, it's still the same status. I mean,
but it is a big story. Yes, Stoney is right.
Yeah,
It is a big story. I didn't know it was a big story.
They're getting ready for trial. That's what's going on right now.
The trial part, yes, but you know now the how you want to say this, it's just that it seems like the where you talked about the whole Puffy part, that's the play now. So the Keefe D getting arrested for Tupac's death is one thing, but the real nostalgia of that whole story is now Puffy.
If it gets to that, right now, no. It's far from that right now.
Social media is throwing that out there like sweetness. Like, I don't even be in social media like that, bro. And if you go on social media and anything to do with their situation, there's little things about Puff. Did he pay? Did he do? Mace had something to say. This one had something to say. This one. So it's now becoming a spectacle. Put it that way.
Right? It's far from that right now because remember, there's layers before you get to him. You know what I mean? Like,
no, but I'm just saying they're talking about it on social media now. Before, I didn't hear nothing about this before until you told me about it, and now it's there. Now I'm seeing it in social media between YouTube, Facebook, fucking Instagram. It's out there now. Like, even my wife was like, "Yo, you see this thing that Puffin probably had something to do with Pop?" Like, what she knows? We didn't talk. I didn't. But she's now telling me about it because she saw it on her timeline. Something came through about that whole dude getting caught up for the murder, and now now it's like his name, Pac murder, Puff, this whole shit. Like West Coast beef back in the days, all that shit. It's all like intertwined, and now the whole story wants to be told again. I don't know. It's whatever. Anything else you guys got? I'm trying to think. What do I got?
I got one more thing after you guys go.
Go ahead. No, you jump on it because I'm trying to think of anything on my head that I could drop real quick.
I just want to shout out one of the kids. I was a big AAU coach down here. Well, not big. I ain't gonna toot my own horn.
Oh, hold on. Time out. Before you go there, I'm gonna announce that my boy Hustle Stacks T is an AAU coach down in Tampa, Florida. He's been an AAU coach for years. He was, or I'm not sure if he's still coaching. He still was. But he was a coach. Once a coach, always a coach. I grew up playing ball with T, and I'm sure he was a great coach. I could tell, like, you know, I mean, he was always, even for years and years, he would tell me about what he's doing with the kids, coaching the kids, traveling with the kids and stuff like that. So T did put in his time back into the community, into the sport, to the young kids. And I love that, T. I have to mention that, guys. My boy is an AAU coach, former or not. He coached young kids and primed young kids to get to the way they need to be. So go ahead, T.
Yeah, one of my kids I used to coach named Pro Wells, who actually was a basketball player, but I convinced him to play football because I told him, bro, you wasting your time on the basketball court. Just be a football player, you could change your life. And he did. And he ended up going to TCU. Nice. And he ended up going to the Bengals, and the Bengals cut him. Okay. And lo and behold, this kid started a bottled water company.
Nice. Good.
He used his NFL money to start a bottled water company, and it's called H2 Pro.
H2 Pro. Nice.
That's his name, and the name is catchy. His name is Pro, and the bottled water company is called H2 Pro. So I just want to shout out to him. Like I always tell these kids, man, go to school and get that 4-year degree, man. I mean, get that 4-year degree for sure, man. And this is he actually one of the kids that actually listened.
If that's one of your kids, get him on here so he could tell his story.
Yeah, he asked me about it.
Man, let's interview him. You can even curate it to see, you know, the questions that he want to answer and don't want to answer. Let's get that kid on here so he could tell his story. You was his coach, and he made it to a good part of his life in sports. And let's put his story out there. Let's promote his drink. Let his drink. Send some up here. Send some to Stack. Send some to Doe.
Y'all got the water coming Friday. We already got the cases coming.
Let's do that. That'll be sitting right here on this desk so it can be advertised every time this tube comes on. Same thing with Stoney, same thing with Doe. We'll do this for him. He was a student of yours, an athlete of yours, and he's trying to do something to change his life. Yes, you gotta have, remember, an outlet, right? And that's a good thing. That kid's using the benefits that he got for playing in the league to benefit himself in the future, and by starting a beverage company. Everybody drinks water every day, all day, and they love sports drinks too. So good thing. Get that up to us, T. Send that up.
I got it coming for y'all on Friday. I'll be at the post on Friday sending it, man.
Sounds good, man. And what's his name again?
Pro Wells.
Pro Wells.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pro Wells.
Look him up on Instagram.
Thank you, Pro Wells. We're gonna obviously shout you out every time, and we will, it's up to you if you want it. We will be, we don't mind being an ambassador of your brand, of your drink. We're just throwing it out there. We're not shopping for no kind of residuals. We're out here to help the people that surround us, period. That's good, man. That's a good agenda right there. I love that. Stack, you came up with the great agenda for today. Doe, I know you always have something good. Please drop it if you have it.
No, I just I'm glad to be back,
Right. That's right.
Talk about the stuff you do with the kids, though. That's good shit.
Yeah, man, you got to talk. I mean, me and him had a sidebar conversation already earlier before. Yeah,
we'll dive deep. We'll dive deep into that.
Yes,
I'll get back.
And we could bring in. He could bring in that in. He could bring that because that was a good thing that you brought in, Stacks. And it'll be bring when he gets a chance.
I'm glad that I'm back on. I had life gets in the way, and I'm good to be here, and I have more to add on this week.
That's cool, man. That's how life is, man. We gotta, we all got lives, right? And we all got, things that we're doing and people that we're taking care of, family and stuff like that. And for us to put this time away every week to give our views on sports and our love for the sport and for our teams is I appreciate it. Like I was telling Sean that earlier on off the air, that this is perfect. And me and Stoney had this conversation already, It was meant to be the way this thing ended up with us for doing this show and us for being committed to taking the time out twice a week to build something. And I told Sean that earlier. We're in the baby stage of this thing, and my projection, and so was Stoney's, is we're going to see how far we can take it. I'm not saying that we're going to be, that we're going to take this to the, media moguls and, we're competing with the pivots and the I Am Athletes. But if that's the case one day, I would love that. So with all this repetition that we're doing every day and every week and conversating with each other and text threading with each other, we talk about things that's going on and hey, you seen this and you seen that? Oh, I did this. All that's generating good value for what we got at Parlay with Us. Everything that we're doing when we communicate with each other and we add our little tidbits and stuff like that, I very appreciate it. I appreciated Stacks even bringing up. I always wanted to. It kept passing my mind to mention that Stacks, is an AAU or a former AAU coach down there in Tampa, Florida, and he did good things with the kids down there. That's great. So just adding those things is perfect. These are things that people on our platform like to know and hear that's personal about us, because now we have an identity. I told you that earlier, though everyone has an identity and has a character that people are watching on this tube and they becoming familiarized with. So I applaud you guys. I'm not going to keep rambling. We put an hour and a half in on this one today, which is great because we had to ramble for 40 minutes about our BS team, but it is what it is. Thursday night we will be back. We'll be back at it again. Parlay with Us here on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Here on Facebook. Watch us. Share us. All that stuff, guys. Please just continue to do that. It means a lot. It doesn't take nothing. I learned this from watching. I do a lot of recordings on other shows, and I realized one thing that they do to push the algorithm is to tell people, whoever's listening, and even if you watch it after the fact, you're not watching it live, you watch it after it's posted, please just hit the thumbs up button, guys. It takes nothing to hit the thumbs up button. It goes a long way. It creates our algorithm. It actually throws our algorithm in hyperdrive and where we need it to go. We're trying to blow this thing up. So yes, hit those thumbs ups and share it, like, subscribe, the whole nine. I appreciate it. So guys, that's it. I'm done. I'll see you. We'll see each other on Thursday evening.
Hold on. Let them know. Stoney NBA preview coming up soon.
Yes, NBA preview's coming soon. Very soon.
Yeah, very soon. This month we got a couple more weeks before we have to jump into NBA.
We gotta get in it. We gotta get in it.
Beans got the BCS preview coming up.
I sure enough do. I gotta find out when did the BCS end, man? Because why would they be? Why would the BCS?
Florida State was the last team to win.
Why would it be still hitting in my head, Sean? Like, why would that still be in my head? That was Jameis Winston.
That was the last BCS. Wow. Jameis Winston when they beat
I
think Auburn.
Wow, I'm old. Thanks, Sean. I won't call it the BCS no more. It's college playoff football.
I'm gonna be on that for a little while, but we good though. We good.
That's all right. I used to love it. Peace, guys. I'm gonna hit that.
All right. Later.
All right. Later, guys. Where the hell is this thing at? Stoney, I'll see you later, dog.
All right, later. You gonna hit it?
Yeah, I'm hitting it. I thought I hit it already.
Yeah, God, to make moves. Doobie don't snooze. It's on your back, cause they hate you. Dog break through, son get through.